Friends, I welcome you for the part of 2 of the lesson evolution. In previous part we have discussed about what is mean by evolution and definitions of evolution we have discussed in the previous part. Along with this we have discussed who was Charles Darwin and his contribution towards concept of evolution. Today we'll be continuing the same lesson with a part 2. So let's begin. So today's topic is quite interesting and that you will be happy to learn. So what is today's discussion topic? So today we'll be discussing about animal classification. If you look at this image, you will find that there are classification of the animal is done here. Like the animals can be classified into two major groups. One is invertebrates and the other is vertebrates. Okay, I will explain what is the difference between these two. Okay, the first one we'll be discussing is invertebrates. So what is invertebrates? Invertebrates are the animals which don't have backbone or they don't have spine. Okay, so the animal which don't have spinal cord or they don't have backbone, these animals are known as invertebrates. So for example, you can take example of snail. You must have seen snail. So the animal like snail, they don't have backbone. And what is advantage for them? They can move easily, their bodies are flexible and they can move their bodies easily. So this is what we call as a invertebrates. And the second type of animals are vertebrates. So what is vertebrates? Exactly opposite of invertebrates. So what is invertebrate? We have discussed the animal who don't have backbone. Invertebrates, the animal who have backbones. They have backbones. So it include all type of fishes. Then we have amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals. Okay, we'll be discussing one by one. So here are examples of invertebrates. You can see in the image there are different examples of invertebrates. I have told you what is invertebrates. Invertebrates are the animals which don't have backbone. For example, starfish. Then we have insects. Most of the insects don't have backbone. You can see in the images there are number of animals which don't have backbone. Okay, they don't have backbone. These animals are known as invertebrates. So you can see here crab is also there, then we have starfish, then octopus, then butterflies, and the most of the insects they don't have backbone. So you must have understood what is invertebrates. So next classification is, I have already told you, invertebrates and vertebrates. Then next classification, now we will be discussing about vertebrates. Vertebrates, I have told you, vertebrates are the animals which have backbone or they have spinal cord or they have spine. So among vertebrates, again it can be divided into different groups as we have discussed in one of the slide. You can see here vertebrates, there is no category, it is not mentioned here, but in invertebrates it is not mentioned, but in vertebrates you can see subcategories are given like fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals. So we will be discussing one by one. So the first category is aquatic animals. So what is aquatic animal? The aquatic animals are those animals which live in water. They survive in water. Without water they can't survive. So these animals are known aquatic animals. So most of the animals which live in the water and they are not able to survive, such animals are known as aquatic animals. You can have examples of different type of fishes. Different fishes are included into such type of categories like whale, dolphin, shark, starfish. These animals cannot survive without water. So these animals which live in water, they are known as aquatic animal. Okay. The next category is reptiles. So what is reptiles? Reptiles are the animal that crawl. They crawl by their legs, or they crawl by their stomach. Like example, we can take example of snake that crawls. They move very slowly with the help of their legs or stomach. Then we have example of lizard that is in your house. Then we have different examples of reptiles that can be turtle, then tortoise. These animals can be called as a reptiles. So you must have understood what is meant by a reptile. Reptile is the animal that crawl its body, shape, move ahead its body. That is reptile. So different examples we can have, like turtle is there, then anaconda is there, snakes are there, then sea turtle is there, lizard is there, crocodile is there. Okay, these are the examples of what we call reptiles. The next category is birds. Okay, you know about birds. The birds are the animals. They can fly. They have hollow body, or their body is not heavy, and they have feathers on their body, and most of them lay eggs. Okay, so we have the next category, that is birds. Birds are the we can say one of the vertebrates. They have backbone. They have backbone. It doesn't mean they don't have backbone. Birds also have backbone. So these are the vertebrates. It include different animals like birds, like parrot is there, pigeon is there, woodpecker is there, cuckoo is there, and we have peacock, and different type of birds are included in this. Okay, so this category is known as birds. The next category, that is important one, is mammals. Which are the mammals? Mammals are the animals. These animals give birth to their young one. So I have discussed in previous lesson, the animal get birth by two way. One way is what? From their eggs. Their parents give eggs, and from they hatch, and the eggs are hatched, and the animal get birth. So most of the reptiles can be categorized into that group. So, but the mammals are the animal which give direct birth to their young ones, like human beings, cow, dog, buffalo. There are a number of examples that can be given like mammals. And one more classification of the animal can be like most of their young ones suckle their mothers, means they drink the milk of their mother for a particular period. Okay, like cow, buffalo, okay, then dogs. These animals not only give direct birth to their young one, but their young ones are for some time dependent. They drink the milk of their mother. Okay, so these animals we can classify or characterize. Characteristics of these animals are they give direct birth, and the other is they suckle their young ones suckle their mother's milk. They are dependent on the milk of mother for a period of time. But here in your textbook, two examples are given, and these animals are platypus. If you look into your textbook, you will find platypus is one animal that is actually a mammal, that considered as a mammal. And then we have one more species which is ant eater, eating ants. So these animals have found one category. Okay, one category, what is that? Means both the categories of the animals, mammals are not applicable to these animals, but one of the category is applicable to these animals. That's why they are called as a mammals. For example, like they lay eggs, but their young ones suckle their mother, or they drink the milk of mother, so they are categorized as a mammals. One category is applicable but one category is not applicable, then also these two animals are considered mammals. I hope you must have understood. These animal, platypus and some of the species of anteater, those are dependent or they are eating more ants. These two categories, these animals, though they don't have found both the categories, own characteristics, but one characteristic they have found, that's why they are called as a mammal. So there may be a question on this, like which animals are exception for the characteristics or the features of mammals. So we have platypus and one more is the some of the species of anteater. Okay, because they have got one of the category of mammals, that's why they are called mammals. And the mammals are the animals which are most evolved, they are changed most mammals. Okay, the next category is amphibians. Amphibians are the animals which can live in water also and out of water also. Amphibians are the animals which can live in water and out of water also. For example, you have example like frog is there, then tortoise is there, turtle is there, snake is there. They can live in the water also and out of water also. But some of the animals like aquatic animals, they can survive in the water only, like fish cannot survive out of the water. But amphibians are the animals, they can survive in water also and they can survive or they can live in water also, they can live out of water also. Okay, here are examples of amphibians. We have a number of examples of amphibians given here. They can live in the water also and out of water also. Okay, so I hope you must have understood the classification of different animals. Once again I will repeat in short. So we have done the classification of the animals into two major groups. Invertebrates are the animals which don't have backbone, they don't have spine. And the other category is vertebrates are the animals which have backbone, and they are again further divided into like fish, amphibians, birds, reptiles, mammals. Here are examples of invertebrates. Then we have discussed about aquatic animals. Aquatic animals are those animals which live in the water. Then we have reptiles. The reptiles are the animals which crawl, their body crawls, like we have examples of lizard, then snake, crocodile. And then we have discussed about birds. Birds also include into vertebrates. Mammals are the animals which give birth to their young one and their young one suckle their mothers, they drink milk of their mother. And the next category is amphibians. We have discussed the classification of different animals. I hope you must have understood, and if you have doubt you can ask, and keep solving the worksheet and keep studying.